title of this week's CQM Forecast Alert is Effect of PPI on Inventory Changes in CQM Forecast. The economic indicators updated in this week's CQM are only the August PPI and the July revised inventories for wholesalers. The revision was very small. The graph shows that the PPI increased 0.95% in August, well above the ARIMA forecast of 0.37% last week. This table is the result of estimating the inventory changes in manufacturing industries by inventories for manufacturers and PPI. Since PPI increased in August higher than the ARIMA forecast, the inventory changes in manufacturing industries were revised downward from -23.6 billion to -27.3 billion in 2021 Q3. This table illustrates the result of estimating inventory changes in wholesale trade industries by inventories for wholesalers and PPI. With August PPI update, inventory changes in wholesale trade industry was revised downward from 31.4 billion to 25.2 billion due to the decrease in the inventory valuation adjustment. As a result, economic growth rate on the expenditure side was revised downward by 0.17% to 3.05%. That on the income side was adjusted upward a bit to 1.86% due to the downward revision in GDP price deflator. The average growth rate of real GDP on both the expenditure and the income side, implying a latent true economic growth rate, is 2.45%. All inflation indicators have risen to around 6%. Headline inflation is forecasted to be 6.2%. Conclusions from this week's CQM Forecast Alert. First, in CQM Forecast, the PPI influences economic growth through the investment price deflator and inventory valuation adjustment. Second, the economic growth rate on the expenditure side has been revised downward from 3.22% to 3.05% due to the downward revision in inventory changes. Third, latent true economic growth rate in 2021 Q3 is about 2.5% and inflation rate is about 6%. This slide contains additional information about this week's detailed CQM forecast, the original developer of CQM, and CQM theory papers.